Podcast Community Network. I'm your host, Luther Kennedy, and today I have the privilege of interviewing Dr. Eric King, who is the founder of a 501c nonprofit organization known as Future Kings. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you very much. Welcome you.
Um, so, Eric, Future Kings. I'm sure some people have heard of it, but I'm guessing many have not. Can you tell us a little bit about what is Future Kings, its purpose, and what are some of its goals?
Well, the purpose of Future Kings is to engineer great futures. Uh, by that, we mean that we are changing lives through STEM education, which is the engineering process there. And we believe that we are changing lives one young man at a time through STEM education. We're doing that by providing training in advanced engineering topics to young men who are in secondary school. We're providing college level information to young people who are in grades 6 to 12. So by the time that they graduate from high school, they have a significant competitive advantage over their peers that are also entering college or the workforce at the same time.
And I notice you use the term STEM. Does that stand for anything specific?
STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so we provide a range of concentrated services that cover science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Great. So exactly how is Future Kings organized, and how does it plan on meeting its organizational goals?
Well, as I said, our goal is to engineer great futures. And so we have divided our instructional processes up into two parts. One is what we call 21st century skills, and the second one is what we call our concentrations. With our concentrations, we're providing college level instruction in the areas of cybersecurity, biomedical sciences, custom engineering, and computer game design. For 21st century skills, we are providing broad skills in Microsoft Office, providing certification processes so they can be certified in Microsoft Office products. We also give them training in different workplace protocols, and we teach them how to handle themselves in informal settings. We teach them presentation skills. So as a way of rounding out their technical training, then we also provide them with opportunities to practice and to learn more about how they apply their skills in the workplace.
Now, just so I'm clear, you said college level education. So that's college level education for secondary and high school kids. Is that correct?
Yes. That's one of the challenges that we have faced and believe that we're overcoming. So often the common knowledges of boys in grades 6 to 12 is not as advanced as you would expect from a college student. But they are capable of understanding that college level material. So what we have done is basically translated college level material to make it age appropriate to boys in grades 6 to 12. And so they're getting the same technical training as you would in college. But they don't get the same vernaculars and semantics that you would be required to understand when you're in a college setting. And they grow into that college level vocabulary by the time they finish the program. But it was important for them to be able to master the material as they enter the program. And so that was a requirement that we addressed by making it age appropriate.
That sounds like a wonderful concept. Can you explain a little bit how it all got started?
Yes. We started Future Kings in 2010. And the original idea was it was going to be strictly entrepreneurial. And we were going to be teaching boys how to start and grow their own business. And we ran that as an after-school program at what was then Godwin Middle School is now Hampton Middle School. And from the experience that we gained there, we understood that entrepreneurship is important, but it wasn't necessarily giving them the training they needed if they wanted to go to college or go into another area of work. And so we decided to combine the entrepreneurship with the technical training and have the entrepreneurship be one of the components of what we're providing. So from 2010 until now, we have been going through various lessons learned in order to make entrepreneurship an important component of what we're teaching, but it's not the end-all and be-all of what we're trying to do. That as the young men gain technical skills, that they also develop a lens for seeing entrepreneurial opportunities that are based on those technical skills, which is slightly different. We were forced to move and change from being an after-school activity into being a weekend activity, and we were lucky enough to get support from Northern Virginia Community College for a program. The issue that we have been faced with as an after-school activity is that when boys who enter a program, and very active in a program, left Godwin, that there was no way for them to continue in the program. And it was a loss both for them and for us. And so we began looking around for a new venue where we could keep the boys engaged, even if they changed schools. And Northern Virginia accepted us and has been helping us grow and providing a great deal of support for us. So that was how we transitioned from being an after-school activity that was housed in a middle school into being an after-school activity that's housed on an actual college campus.
Wow. So you have college level material taught to kids from 6th grade to seniors in high school at an actual college.
Yes.
That's quite outstanding. So are there other community responsibilities or programs that Future Kings is involved in?
Yes. In addition to the technical training, that we believe that it's important for the young men to understand that there is a community that they live in, and they have a responsibility to be productive citizens. So as part of that training, we sponsor 3 major events each year. Our Gamer Expo and our Gamer Expo is held in November. That's actually a Gamer Technology Expo and Job Fair that we have every November. In February, we have an event called a Black History Month Gala, where we celebrate the accomplishments of the boys in our program, as well as celebrate some little-known Black history facts. And the community is invited to participate in both of those. And our third major event is a STEM summer camp that we have every year. And with our STEM summer camps, we really try to create an environment where young people in the community, boys and girls, who would not be able to afford a STEM summer camp, can come to our camp for free. We do have a scale. We do charge some people, but we also offer scholarships. And so the scholarships are made possible by sponsors and donors who are willing to pay the cost. And what that allows us is for students that are economically challenged and cannot afford to come, they get to come to a camp that is teaching cybersecurity or computer game design or biomedical sciences or custom engineering, and they get to come to that camp based on their financial need. It can be anywhere from free to $200 or $300 a week, but they get to come to it as part of our community outreach. We have never turned anyone away who couldn't afford to come to the camp. And we use those 3 events as demonstrations to the boys in our program of what it means to be engaged in the community and give back to the community that is supporting you.
So I guess of the community, who was eligible? Is there an age group? Is there some restrictions, or how do we determine? How would someone determine if they were eligible to participate in Future Kings?
To be a member of Future Kings, you can be from any community, and there's an application that you complete. We review the application, and if the application is approved, you become a member. We're open to boys who want to use the. We look for boys that are motivated to succeed. The kind of boys that will listen, who will follow advice, who are willing to try hard. We know that we're not for everybody, but for the boys that are willing to make the commitment,
Right.
because we are demanding, but we also are providing high quality education. That can be quite a challenge. And we look for boys that are willing to really step up to that challenge. And then we provide them with a whole range of services.
Sounds like you're saying that, you're looking for boys who are really interested in science, engineering, technology, mathematics, not just parents who want to bring their children to study science and technology. So there needs to be a sort of an opportunity for success by the kid actually having some sort of interest in those areas.
Exactly. Because as much as a parent might want them to be in the program, if the young man is not going to commit himself to participating and learning, then it's not going to be a productive relationship either for him or for us.
So if you could tell our audience, you had an opportunity to ask for anything in the world, what are some of your greatest needs that could help Future Kings in the future?
Well, we're a not-for-profit organization, so we always need money. One of the limiting factors in our program right now is that we don't have the financial resources to expand beyond where we are right now. We can comfortably handle between 20 and 30 boys. We'd love to be able to go beyond that. We think that the need in the community is much greater than just 20 or 30 young men. But we don't have the financial resources to go much beyond where we are right now. And then the second part is volunteers. We have a number of different programs, and we can always use volunteers that can work with a young man, whether it be homework or tutoring, or even at our meetings when to help someone through some of the instructional processes, hold his hand as he's getting learning. But volunteers and money, those are certainly our 2 biggest needs.
So if someone wanted to contribute or wanted to find out more about Future Kings, how would they get in contact with you?
Well, the best way would be to go to our website, which is www.future-kings.org, and there is an area for submitting an information request. There's also an area there for making a donation. So those would be the 2 places, and I am contacted with the information requests that come there, and I get a notice whenever there's a donation, and we always sponsor. We always respond to all the donations that we get because they're so much appreciated.
Well, thank you, Dr. King. I think you're doing a wonderful job for our community, and we appreciate all the hard work that you've done for us so far. And if you people are interested in learning more about Future Kings, remember that's www.future-kings.com.
.org.
Oh, .org, I'm sorry. Future-kings.org, or pound Future Kings in Facebook.
Yes.
Thanks again, Dr. King.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you for tuning in for another episode of Comcast Special Edition of a 501(c)(3)'s Future Kings episode. Thank you.